Good evening, I'm Matt Woodman. This is CTV News at 5. Tonight, chemical concerns, a warning from an engineer as the city considers a calcium chloride comeback. Demanding a say, Alberta's premier wants the provinces to provide input on judicial appointments. And Ugly But Edible, a company selling peculiar produce, is growing in Edmonton.
CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Matt Woodman.
Calcium chloride could be coming back to the streets of Edmonton. City Hall decided to stop using the chemical years ago due to environmental and infrastructure concerns. One chemical engineer says bringing the controversial compound back isn't the solution to this winter's snow clearing problems. CTV's Connor Hogg reports.
This is kind of an example of road salt and stuff sits in here, and then it starts to eat away the whole body, like this one here.
Don Meister has worked on cars for decades. He's seen what road salts can do to vehicles. He says he's seen less damage since the city switched to sodium chloride instead of calcium chloride.
Still, salt is salt, right? It's gonna do its thing.
But some say it doesn't melt snow as well as the old stuff, which is why Councillor John Morgan is ready to reopen the debate about calcium chloride.
I'm looking for the city to have as many tools in their toolkit as they can to respond to our snow removal challenges.
Morgan made a motion to reintroduce the controversial compound council voted to stop using in 2019 due to concerns over its impact on undercarriages and the environment. Right now, the city only uses it on bike lanes and sidewalks. The province also uses the compound on the Anthony Henday.
The original test, from my understanding, was a much more concentrated solution than what I would like to see on our roads.
In the time since this was last looked at in detail, the chemistry hasn't changed.
Chemical engineer Arthur Potts says the city needs to expand the scope of its studies before starting to use calcium chloride again.
It was a liquid spread. It goes much more into crevices and other areas. When you start to look at kind of environmental impacts, you look at how invasive it can be and therefore the impacts of that.
Back at Buddy's garage, Meister says the best way to make sure salt doesn't eat away at your vehicle is to wash it regularly, using a pressure hose to get inside the wheel wells and other spots where salt collects. Still, he says many of the vehicles he's seen lately had more issues with road ruts.
I fixed the panel one day. The very next day, going out of his driveway down his back alley, he ripped the other side off. I mean, that has nothing to do with the salt. That's just ruddy, terrible roads.
Morgan says he's waiting for city administration to bring forward its ideas. Connor Hogg, CTV News, Edmonton.
City Council has laid the groundwork for development around the Century Park Transit Centre while removing a pedestrian-focused main street. K&H Developments owns the land east of the train station. It plans to turn the area into a dense residential neighborhood. It's requested special zoning rules from the city to make building multiple towers easier. The original design included a retail main street with no parking, wide sidewalks, and driving lanes shared with bicycles. The urban planners who speak for the developers say stores would struggle to survive under that design. One housing advocate believes the change will make the street less welcoming.
It really helps leasing when they can rely on great visibility of parking right on the street itself.
Pedestrian-oriented retail streets are nicer to be in. They are more successful and more vibrant.
2 of the site's 12 parcels already have towers on them. 2 more are under construction. With the special zoning now approved, the developer can move ahead with more detailed designs for the neighborhood and its future buildings. A man from Edmonton is recovering after a stranger broke into his home and stabbed him early this morning. Police say this happened near 113th Street and 73rd Avenue just before 6:30. The attacker left before police arrived. The victim was taken to hospital with injuries. He was the only one in the home at the time. Premier Danielle Smith believes the province should have more input on judicial appointments. Smith wants changes made to the appointment process at the Alberta Court of King's Bench, the Alberta Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court of Canada. To fill vacancies, Smith wants to see a special advisory committee created that would consist of 2 people recommended by the province. She says Alberta will withhold funding to support new appointments until its input is allowed. There are currently 3 vacancies on the Alberta Court of King's Bench. A plan to add doctors to emergency rooms to help triage patients has been delayed. Hospitals Minister Matt Jones announced the role last month. It came after a man died after he waited hours for care at the Grey Nuns emergency room. The program was supposed to start over the weekend. The head of the Alberta Medical Association says doctors want to participate. He says there are issues, though, to be worked out, including pay, billing, liability, and paperwork. A spokesperson for the minister says it continues to work with the AMA. He says work to recruit for the role is ongoing. After the Royal Alexandra Hospital's midwifery program was moved out of the city, some support is returning. The president of the Alberta Association of Midwives says it was able to work with the province to keep a reduced version of the program active for now. The program moved to the Fort Saskatchewan Community Hospital last month. The new program is set to open next week. It used to provide support around the clock. It will now cover 12-hour day shifts, 7 days a week.
The shifts will now just be covered by either midwives who used to work for that in-house midwifery program or other community midwives who are able to do shift work in addition to their community caseload. But it hasn't changed the number of midwives that are in the area.
There are 56 active registered midwives in Edmonton. The PCA said the number of midwives in the Edmonton area has increased by 40% over the last 4 years. The UCP government says Albertans should expect the upcoming provincial budget to reflect the reality of a more difficult fiscal environment. The government's budget will come down on February 26th. In a press release, it says lower than anticipated oil prices and an increasing population is putting a strain on Alberta's finances. The last fiscal update in November showed the province in a $6.4 billion deficit, again due to lower revenue from non-renewable resources. The Edmonton Oilers are on home ice tonight for the last time before the Olympic break. The Oilers are hosting the Toronto Maple Leafs tonight. In a Players Tribune article released last night, Connor McDavid writes about growing up watching the Leafs. McDavid goes on to write, quote, "I want to be remembered as a winner, but not just anywhere, here." And he also goes on to say, "It's just the game that I love ever since I was a little kid. It's been the same feeling." He also comments on his excitement to represent Canada at the Olympics. Speaking to the media today, he reflected on his time this summer at Canada's orientation camp.
It just gives you the sense of being a part of something bigger than just your team or just yourself. When you get all three Canadian teams together like that, talking about what we want to do over there, that's exciting for sure.
Men's Olympic hockey starts next week while the Canadian women's team plays this Thursday. The Olympic opening ceremonies take place Friday. Josh is at an opening of sorts. He's checking out the Full House Lottery Grand Prize Dream Home in Keswick tonight. Josh, how's it looking?
Oh, you know what? The house looks fantastic. There's a big party going on in behind us. All of a sudden, everybody got really quiet, though. It was really noisy in here before. They're all partying, celebrating the Full House Lottery, and I've got an ambassador with the Full House Lottery. I have Mr. Otto with me, as well as his mom, Christy Eisert. Christy, let's talk to you first, and then Otto, I'm going to get you to tell me a little bit about your story. But Christy, just quickly, what kind of help did he need when he was little?
So when I was 20 weeks pregnant, I found out that Otto was going to have complex congenital heart defects. So we've received care from the Royal Alex all the way to the University Hospital. Otto's had 5 heart surgeries. 2 of those were open heart surgeries. And he's just doing really, really well. 5 heart surgeries, and he's 9? That's right, yeah.
Oh, what kind of level of care did you guys receive?
It's just been absolutely incredible. I always say that it's not just that they fixed Otto, but they've allowed him to live a completely full life where he can do everything that he wants to do. So
Otto, including everything he wants to do, including giving speeches. I heard you gave a really good speech today, and I'd like you to read just a little bit about this. You weren't always feeling 100%, but you are feeling pretty good these days, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you read me what you wrote here?
And I couldn't do it without all the help I got from the Royal Alex University Hospital, Mazakowski Heart Institute. These are the best hospitals in the whole world. It was really cool that they found out the weird thing that happened to my heart when I was still a baby in my mom's tummy. I still don't know how they did it, but I'm sure happy they did. If you have any extra money, it would be great if you could help all the people that helped me and my mom. And if it happens to your family one day, they will be ready to help you too. Thank you for inviting us here today.
Otto, that is so good. And did ChatGPT write that for you, or who wrote that?
Me.
You wrote that all yourself? That's unbelievable. Okay, so you think people should buy tickets in the Full House lottery? I mean, did you know there's like thousands of prizes that people could win?
Yeah.
Yeah, including this house. Would you like to live in this house?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a pretty sweet house. We'll show you a little bit more about this. Christy, thank you so much. Otto, you did a fantastic job.
Thanks.
You're welcome. And go Oilers, go, hey. Hey, I hear you're a hockey player. How many goals you scored this year?
36.
36! And he's only played 6 games, which is unbelievable. The Oilers are going to sign you up right away. Hey, Otto. All right, we were talking earlier about how warm it was today, and Otto was saying he thinks it's going to be even warmer tomorrow. And I agree. It probably is going to be a record-setting day tomorrow. We'll show you the temperatures in a second. Here's your daytime high today. 8 degrees now for a daytime high, Otto, which is way above average. -4 is the average daytime high for this time of year. We started the day at -1. Temperatures have cooled a little bit since then. We're currently sitting at 5 degrees in downtown Edmonton right now. Should get to about 11 for a daytime high tomorrow. We'll take a look at that full forecast in a moment. But first, your view of the skyline from the CTV drone, which is brought to you by Century Casino. 3 great locations: Edmonton, St. Albert, and Century Mile. Mostly cloudy skies right now, and those clouds overnight tonight might give us a little bit of rain. You said you didn't want any more snow, Otto, so are you happy with a little bit of rain tonight?
It'll make ice, so no.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. It actually looks like it'll stay above 0 all night tonight, so I don't think it's going to be freezing. Shouldn't be a big problem out there, and you can get out, play golf and baseball sometime soon. Back with the full look at your 5 and 10 day forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Josh and Otto, great job. Thanks very much. Coming up next on CTV News, a company selling funky-looking food to reduce waste, looking to grow in our city.
Sometimes companies will default to the easy route, which is sending it to landfill.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
You're watching CTV News at 5.
A food delivery service that sells misshapen produce at a discount is expanding across the Edmonton area. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti has more on how it's helping cut back on food waste.
Workers at Odd Bunch are busy packing orders at their new warehouse in Edmonton.
It really does help us stay very rooted to the local community. Helps us get orders out to both Edmonton and Calgary. So it's been a game changer for us.
Odd Bunch is an online food delivery service that sells imperfect produce from farmers and growers. Food that's often turned away from the grocery store.
So this could be an undersized apple. It could be a misshapen pepper. Perfectly good to eat, but maybe just doesn't look perfect.
Part of the company's mission is to reduce food waste. According to Second Harvest Canada, more than 46% of food in Canada is wasted every year. Avoidable food waste makes up nearly 42% of that wasted food.
Sometimes companies will default to the easy route, which is sending it to landfill, right? And that's the worst outcome for food that really deserves to be eaten.
While these fruits and vegetables might not be good enough for the shelves, they're still good for you.
The nutrition for fruits and vegetables, they depend more on things like the soil quality, like weather and other growing conditions.
This registered dietitian and associate professor at Toronto Metropolitan University says the concept is a great way to create access to healthier choices. The selection of produce changes with every delivery.
You'll have some exotic items, like this week we had fennel, or we had yellow zucchini.
We can get stuck in like a lot of the things that we're typically used to eating. So trying different foods, different flavors, and experimenting can help us change our dietary habits.
Less food waste means more food on your plate and money in your pocket. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
Edmonton is adding more than 30 new LRT cars to its fleet. The city has signed a deal with Hyundai Rotem Company for 32 new light rail vehicles. The contract is worth roughly $300 million. Production will begin this year, with the cars expected to be in Edmonton in 2029 and 2030. The city says it requires new light rail vehicles for Edmonton's expanding LRT network to move people quickly and efficiently.
Because we're expanding the Capital Line and adding stations, and because we expanded the Metro Line north into Blatchford and added stations there, we need more vehicles to provide that capacity that the system needs.
These cars will only run on the Capital and Metro lines. The city and HRC signed a contract in 2021 for 46 cars for the Valley Line West LRT project. Still to come tonight on CTV News, it's the end of the road for a seasonal Edmonton attraction.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
The Edmonton Ice Castle is now closed for the season a few weeks earlier than planned. The forecast shows we're in for several days above zero. The Ice Castle opened December 27th and dealt with extreme cold during construction. When it first opened, the company told us it would be open until February 20th, weather permitting. All right, let's head back down to Keswick now, where Josh is checking out the Full House Lottery Grand Prize Dream Home. Josh.
Yeah, this is one of 4 grand prizes, as we were mentioning earlier in the newscast. Almost $5 million total in prizing. This is the 31 days of getaways, vacations, or you can take the cash payouts for 31 days of the month. And then there's also, brand new this year, the Big Bucks calendar, where there are cash prizes every single day of the year. So you want to get your tickets and help support cardiac care at the Royal Alex and University of Alberta hospitals. All right, take a look outside right now with the River Valley Sky Cam. It's brought to you by Action Furnace. Fixed right, it's free. Cloudy skies over the Edmonton area right now, and we're still way above zero. We got, it looks like 8 for a daytime high today. It's 5 right now. -4 in Fort McMurray, Grey Prairie at 0, and Jasper's at 6 degrees. We do have freezing rain that's making its way east across northern Alberta. Freezing rain warnings in effect for all the areas in blue there. Peace River north towards High Level, Fort McMurray and all the way north. Fort McMurray area, you're going to get into this late this evening and overnight tonight. It has already been ongoing in through the Peace River region. Looks like we have some showers further south, other than just now moving off to the northeast of Grand Prairie. Had some showers in that area earlier in the day today. Now, most of that precipitation, maybe even all of it, will stay north of the Edmonton region. There is a little front that's going to go through, though, it looks like, on the backside of that low. So there's 11 p.m. Fort McMurray, some snow changing over to a risk of freezing rain. Those are showers as opposed to freezing rain in the green zone from Slave Lake all the way down through the Whitecourt area, because surface temperatures are going to be warm enough. It kind of falls apart as it approaches the Edmonton area, but just like last night, you might see a few sprinkles or a couple light showers in the Edmonton area overnight. It looks like the most likely time frame for that for the city would be after midnight. But temperatures, as we were talking about earlier, will stay above zero, so it doesn't look like it's going to be freezing on contact. We won't have a whole lot of icing going on. And then after some sunshine in the morning, clouds in the afternoon, another shot of freezing rain potentially in Fort McMurray, but should be a drier day here in Edmonton aside from some melting. 4 degrees tomorrow morning. It'd be about -4 in through northeastern Alberta, and 3s tomorrow morning in Red Deer and Grand Prairie. Not much of a temperature climb through the day, though. Grand Prairie, you're only up to 4. Get to about 6 or 7 degrees. Fort McMurray, Cold Lake, and Vegreville, about 8. Lloydminster, Coronation. Red Deer gets to double digits. Jasper, about 9 or 10. And here in Edmonton, 11 degrees. The forecast high for tomorrow, the record is 9.4 from 1991, so we will probably set a new record high tomorrow. Still close to double digits Thursday. Highs of about 5 degrees for Friday, Saturday, Sunday, with some rain in the forecast for Sunday. And then a little bit of a cool down into early next week, with daytime highs closer to 0 Monday and Tuesday. Matt.
All right, Josh, thanks very much. Young people now have the opportunity to get hands-on trades experience to see if it's the right fit for them. Red Deer Polytechnic has opened its new Central Alberta Learning Space. It can accommodate more than 550 students a year. Areas on campus were renovated to provide them with more hands-on opportunities at a younger age. The school says the spaces ensure equal access to students across Central Alberta.
And if we don't encourage students to explore those career opportunities and help them build the necessary skills and develop the confidence in order to enter those skilled trades areas, then we're going to run into a situation where the productivity of the country is going to go down, because there's not going to be a workforce to handle the pieces that need to be done.
RDP says there continues to be a growing need for more skilled tradespeople in the province as retirements loom over the coming years. When we return, mayors of the mall, why twin sisters are having a sleepover and a shopping spree at West Ed.
You just get to have a day where you have fun, you forget about everything.
CTV News at 5 continues.
Two sisters have taken charge as the mayors of West Edmonton Mall. CTV's Merrick Takash explains.
I want this one. Okay, I want this one.
Adley and Addison Urachek started their day at Build-A-Bear Workshop, the beginning of a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Build-A-Bear was super nice. I got a cat, and it was super fun.
The 9-year-old Urachek twins have been elected mayors of the mall. The pair spent the day taking advantage of West Edmonton Mall's attractions before closing out the day with a sleepover at Fantasyland Hotel. They were also treated to a $1,500 shopping spree.
I like all their stores, but the two I love the most is Lululemon and Sephora.
The twins were picked in part because of their medical histories with the Stollery Children's Hospital.
Our journey with the Stollery has been a long one. When Addison was first born, she was a baby that we didn't have really any answers to. She would turn blue, stop breathing at some points, and fast forward a few months, she ended up having open heart surgery at 14 months for atrial septal defect.
Addison has visited the Stollery 6 times. Her sister Adley has had similar challenges living with a heart murmur.
You don't think about any of the medical journey. You just get to have a day where you have fun. You forget about everything. You get to just be a kid and not worry about your diagnosis.
What really secured the mayor's new titles is all the Urachek family has done to give back to the Stollery.
They've been helping us for years with our Mighty Millions lottery, their fundraising in their schools. They've been ambassadors at our Snowflake Gala. They're on Radiothon. Like they and their whole family are just huge advocates.
The event is part of the Stollery's No Bounds campaign, aiming to raise $1 billion for a standalone hospital. Merrick Takash, CTV News, Edmonton.
And that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Matt Woodman. CTV News continues right now.